Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina? Yeah, you know, agricultural goddess of springtime? You're not from around here, are you? Oh, I see what you did there, changing the subject like that. Nice try, but I'll ask again. Who are you, and what were you doing in the shrine? No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, not right in the head? That's all right, friend. Everyone's welcome here. We sort of lose track of the date down here, but it feels like the beginning of spring to me, so I'd say early March? It's 817 AUC. Sorry, you look confused. 817 years since the founding of Rome. Which part of the empire are you from, exactly? CE? No idea what you're talking about. But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine. Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming? Follow me! When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your handsome new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her, if I were you. She's... it's not my place to say. Done?
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name? A curious name, to match a curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of a man of great learning. We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains many hundreds of years ago. Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin? Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away. An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries. I'm glad you agree. The key things to remember are that we have laws forbidding treason and blasphemy, murder, assault. I have made. Unfortunately, there are still those I would be keep. You see, in my search for it said to open a doorway in time, and when I saw you arrive in a flash of 2,000 years, please tell me. I have imagined it. All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, in this case, the sacrifice is rough. I don't suppose you saw any sign of... I assume that was me. If I'm for... Well, I suppose... Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see what's needed here is a fresh... If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem if you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the Golden Rule, thus you'll have created a paradox. Good. So, are you with me? Wonderful. Now, I need you. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possession. Figure out who... Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia. I heard wailing from...
Oh, don't mind me. I just live here.
On your best behavior, I trust?
Hey, Horatius. How's it feel knowing your man's doom?
Isn't the great temple majestic?
Give me a moment. Sorry. She was poisoned. She came in and I knew Decius had... That'll be 1,000 enough. Then that toad shrugs and said anywhere else I just... So all I could do is... And now I'll never know who poisoned her. Oh. Well, unless you have the power, get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here. I don't care how you get it, but I swear to the gods below, not... Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
How'd you do? Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the terrible shame what happened to you. Certainly. Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something within your budget? You mean, how did I end up here? That. All right. Mostly had myself a nice little see, about 7 months. So I gather my coins and some all the way down to the river. I'm elbowing for, but to my but the captain's no, too heavy. Of course I chose. I mean, I can always. So I put me in, and in one swift motion, naturally I dived in after it. Only I guess when I came, I couldn't agree more. I mean, sure, I'd lost a few found. Look around you. There must be more. I don't, I'm afraid. But I did overhear Fabia telling Georgia she was headed to the baths not long ago. Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us? Certainly. Very well.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Salve, friend. Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should... just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll... and if it doesn't work, but don't worry. All right.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see? She needs the resin of a... What? Quick, give it here. Hopefully in a moment she should... That was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this exact...
Help! You have to do something! A man arrived in the baths. You have to do something, or he's gonna break the gold... Are you serious? Are you going to... Thank you. I have to hide. Find me... Hear what? What? Ugh. The shrine is collapsing!
Fabia, no! Oh God, she's dead! Did anyone see that? The whole shrine just collapsed on her. Oh, Fabian, why did you have to go in there? Poor sweet girl.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is? I'm not sure I believe that. I am here with... So, if you tell me the truth, is that understood? Thank you. Now tell me. Oh, how very welcoming of you. I was told Quinctius was a cultist, but I never thought... You say that, but if you're not a cult... So you admit you're not allowed to leave. Threatening me is not going to... That sounds... And I saw the inscription. A distinction without it. You've clearly been... Now tell me. You lot are... Yes. It's all clear to me now. What baffles me is how... However, you still have a chance... Then, do you have any last words? And there's a simple explanation for that. I lied. But if you want to know the truth before you die, here it is. Once I'm done with you and Quintius, and I can...
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Everybody hide! Oh. So... Yulia? Oh, no. I'll go, but... Don't you just love springtime?
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land.
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth on the outside.
Ah, a new face. So, I hear we... Nice to talk.
Help! You have to do... A man arrived. You have to do... None of us do. The magistrate made us throw them all into the chasm. So now this man... You'll just have to... thank you. He's still in. I have to. What? What? All right,
Stop right there. I'm looking... Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Filthy, lying degenerate!